There's a man in this prison who everyone fears, guards included. He did not start here. He was once the new fish, terrified and alone. This is the story of how prison really works from the bottom to the very top. Every person in this building started exactly the same way, standing at that entrance, handcuffed, heart pounding. Where you end up depends entirely on what you do next. Every prison has a hidden hierarchy, an unwritten power structure that determines everything: your safety, your food, your freedom of movement. Today we walk through every rank, from new fish to the man who runs it all. Day 1. You're a new fish, the lowest rank in the entire prison. You don't know the rules, the gangs, the safe zones, or who to avoid. You are completely vulnerable. You're photographed, fingerprinted, and assigned a number. From this moment, the system does not know your name, only your ID. You are no longer a person. You are a case. They put you in your cell, and the door locks behind you. This small space, barely larger than a parking spot, is now your home. The silence is the loudest thing you have ever heard. Within 24 hours, someone will test you, push you, take something from you. How you respond to this moment determines your entire prison experience. Show fear, and you become a target forever. The first rule of surviving prison: observe everything, say nothing, and never show weakness. Your reputation is being built right now, whether you know it or not. You graduate from new fish status after a few weeks. Now you are general population, just another face in the crowd. Invisible can be a very good thing here. There are rules here that no guard will teach you. Don't stare. Don't ask questions you don't need answered. Don't borrow what you can't repay. Every unwritten rule exists for a reason. Where you sit tells everyone who you are. The wrong table is a statement. The right table is protection. This simple daily decision shapes alliances that could last your entire sentence. Prison has its own economy. Ramen noodles, stamps, phone time, and commissary items are the currency. If you understand this economy, you understand power. Most inmates are assigned jobs: cleaning, kitchen, laundry. It pays almost nothing. But work assignments matter because they give you movement, access, and information. Kitchen duty is one of the most valuable work assignments. You control food, and in prison, food is power. Extra portions become currency. Favors are bought with a bigger serving. Some inmates work in the library. It seems unimportant, but the library is where the smartest inmates spend their time. Law books, business books, history. The mind is the one thing prison cannot lock up. In prison, reliability earns respect. Show up, do your job, don't complain, don't steal. Simple, but most people here don't do it. Standing out through consistency is the beginning of real reputation. Every powerful person in prison rose through alliances. You find one person, older, respected, stable, and you earn their trust slowly. This one relationship changes your entire trajectory. You start participating in the informal trade network. Small transactions build trust. Trust builds reputation. Reputation builds influence. This is exactly how power works, inside prison and outside. The most valuable currency in prison is not food or cigarettes. It is information. Who is being transferred? Which guard is corrupt? What is about to happen? The informed survive. Smart inmates know when to walk away. Getting involved in other people's conflicts is how good situations turn into bad sentences. Wisdom here is knowing which battles are yours and which ones aren't. A shot caller is the person in a group or block who makes decisions. You're not the biggest. You're not the most feared. You are the most trusted. That is what makes a shot caller. Your job is to resolve disputes before they become fights. Fights bring guards. Guards bring lockdowns. Lockdowns hurt everyone. The shot caller is the pressure valve that keeps the block stable. You now have a block, a group of inmates who answer to you. You don't shout. You don't threaten. Your authority is built on reputation, fairness, and the understanding of consequences. With authority comes responsibility. When something goes wrong in your block, it is your problem. When someone needs help, they come to you. Leadership in prison is no less demanding than leadership anywhere else. Many prisons are organized around gangs, not all violent, but all structured. At rank 6, you lead one of these groups. Everyone in your circle is loyal to you first. Gang leaders often run protection arrangements. Vulnerable inmates pay for safety. It sounds brutal, and it is. But inside these walls, protection is the most valuable service available. Territory in prison is real. Your group controls a section of the yard, a block of cells, a corner of the cafeteria. Holding territory requires constant vigilance. Real power is built on negotiation, not just confrontation. The best gang leaders broker peace agreements and trade deals between groups. War costs everyone. Peace profits everyone. Trustees are the elite workers, inmates who have earned enough trust from prison administration to receive privileges and special responsibilities. This is a different kind of power, official power. Trustees can move through the prison more freely. Better food, longer phone calls, private workspaces. In a world of extreme restriction, these privileges are enormous. The trustee lives in a delicate middle ground, respected by inmates, trusted by staff. Betray the inmates, and you lose protection. Betray the guards, and you lose privileges. The balance requires constant skill. Some inmates build entire businesses inside prison. They run stores, offer services, lend commissariat interest, and manage underground economies worth thousands of dollars. The prison loan system is ruthless but predictable. Borrow one, return two. Miss your payment, and the consequences are severe. The prison entrepreneur understands credit better than most bank managers. At this level, some inmates control the flow of contraband, phones, tobacco, items from outside. Controlling supply is controlling power. The prison entrepreneur is often the most financially powerful person in the facility. The prison entrepreneur constantly manages risk. A shakedown could end everything. A snitch could collapse the network. Managing trust and staying below the radar is a full-time occupation. After years inside, some men earn a title that transcends gang affiliation, race, or block: the respected elder. He is the one everyone comes to for real advice. The elder can walk into any territory without threat. His respect is not based on fear. It is based on time, wisdom, and a track record of fairness. This is the rarest form of prison power. When a conflict threatens to tear the entire prison apart, they call the elder. He has seen everything. He knows that most wars inside are started over ego and ended with regret. At the highest inmate levels, the lines between prisoner and power blur. Certain inmates have enough leverage over guards through information, blackmail, or mutual benefit that they effectively control parts of the institution. Corrupt guards are a reality in many prisons worldwide. An inmate with enough resources can compromise a guard, smuggling, turning blind eyes, passing messages. This is perhaps the most dangerous form of prison power. At this rank, you don't need to walk the yard to control it. You have runners. You have trusted lieutenants. You manage from distance, just like any powerful CEO manages from the boardroom. The prison boss, he controls the economy. He controls the peace. He controls the flow of everything inside these walls. Guards know it. Wardens know it. Nobody says it out loud. Every prison boss lives by a code. Don't harm the innocent. Keep your word. Never involve the weak. The code is what separates a leader from a predator. Break it and you lose everything. The boss does not seek problems, problems seek him. Disputes, deals, emergencies. He is the last court of appeal inside these walls. His word is final, and everyone knows it. Power at the top is deeply lonely. You cannot fully trust anyone. You cannot show weakness. You cannot rest. The same authority that protects you also isolates you. The correctional officer, or CO, is the front line of the prison system. They manage daily movement, count inmates, and keep order. It is one of the most stressful jobs on earth. COs manage hundreds of unpredictable people every single day. Understaffed, under-resourced, and underappreciated. The average CO burns out within 5 years. The sergeant supervises the correctional officers. He runs the shift, manages responses to incidents, and is the first elevated rank on the official chain. Sergeants are the backbone of daily operations. The lieutenant handles major incidents, oversees entire housing units, and begins the transition from hands-on management to administrative leadership. Every decision at this level is documented. The captain is responsible for an entire facility's security operations during their watch. They make critical decisions during emergencies, riots, and lockdowns. The warden delegates security entirely to the captain. The warden is the absolute official authority of the prison. Every person inside, guard and inmate alike, is ultimately his responsibility. If something goes wrong inside these walls, the warden answers for it. The warden controls housing assignments, privilege levels, disciplinary action, and release recommendations. In the world of this prison, the warden is the law. After years inside, many inmates fear release more than they fear imprisonment. The outside world becomes alien. Routines, rules, and structure become their comfort zone. This is called institutionalization. Prison changes your identity at a cellular level. The person who walked in is not the same person who walks out. Some are broken by it. Others use it as a forge. The choice belongs to you. The strongest inmates are the most disciplined ones. They use the structure of prison to build themselves. Exercise, study, read, write. They leave prison physically stronger and mentally sharper than when they arrived. Trust in prison is the most dangerous thing to give freely. Everyone has an angle. Everyone has a need. Learning to read people's true motivations, not their words, is a survival skill. Inside prison, your reputation arrives before you do and stays after you leave. Build it on honesty and consistency, because a broken reputation in here can get you seriously hurt. The most powerful people in prison speak the least. Every word you say is information someone can use against you. Silence is not weakness. It is control. Inmates who study the law, understand their rights, and learn to write legal documents are more protected than those who fight. Knowledge of the law is a weapon the system cannot take from you. One bad alliance in prison can cost you your safety, your privileges, or your life. The people you align yourself with define your position in the hierarchy. Choose based on character, not convenience. Emotional reactions in prison get people hurt, killed, or given extended sentences. The man who can control his anger in the most provocative environment has a form of discipline most free people never develop. Time in prison is the one thing you have in abundance. Use it. Many inmates earn their GED, college degrees, and professional certifications behind bars. When the door opens, they walk out transformed. For some inmates, a moment arrives, a class, a conversation, a letter from a child, that cracks everything open. They see for the first time what their life could be if they make different choices. Studies consistently show that inmates who complete education programs are 43% less likely to return to prison. Education is not a soft option. It is the most effective crime prevention tool ever invented. Many inmates reconnect with their children, parents, and partners through letters. Maintaining these bonds is one of the strongest predictors of successful reintegration. Love is a lifeline that crosses any wall. Release day. The gate opens and the outside world rushes back in. For some, this is the best day of their lives. For others, it is the most terrifying. The real challenge begins now. The prison gave you a release date, a bus ticket, and sometimes as little as $25. Now you must rebuild your life. Find housing, find work, reconnect with family, all while carrying a record that follows you everywhere. Not everyone gets a second chance, but everyone who does faces the same choice: return to what was familiar, or build something new with the hard-won discipline and wisdom the years inside gave you. Prison does not make everyone harder. It reveals who you already are. The undisciplined become more broken. The self-aware become more focused. Prison is a mirror, not a forge, unless you choose to make it one. In most countries, prisons are not designed for rehabilitation. They are designed for containment. The recidivism rates prove it. The people who rehabilitate do so despite the system, not because of it. If you've been inside or know someone who has, this is for you. Your past does not own your future. Every person who ever built something great did it from exactly where they were, not from where they wished they were. From new fish to prison boss, from terrified to untouchable, from locked in to walking free. Every rank in this system is a study in human power, survival, and the enduring capacity to change. Thank you for watching POV Vault. Subscribe because every week we unlock a new story.